Hey guys, we are trying to do the raffle, but no one has actually put in raffle tickets for the Terran or Protoss coaching. So if you want a free hour of coaching for either of those, you have it's only going to cost you 10 points, and it's pretty useful, pretty awesome. So if you're a Terran or Protoss player, or maybe you're a Zerg player who wants to know more about playing against Terran or against Protoss, either of those are great opportunities. So we're going to give you guys 2 more minutes to cast your ballot. So we're at 3:43 p.m. Eastern time. We will come back and announce the winners. If there are no winners, I guess we can't announce it. So guys, good luck. Go ahead and cast your ballot.
All right, cool. If nobody's taking the Protoss casting, I'll take it. Anyway, while all of this is going on, we've got a 3-2-1 score for MaSa against TLO, or in favor of MaSa. I don't know what the correct way of saying that is. I personally had, well, not so much money, but fictional internet points on TLO. So I'm very much hoping that I get to sit here for another hour, hour and a half, as we slowly eat back from 3-1 to 3-2 to 3-3. And make it to that 8 match. But I have to say, it's looking dicey. It's MaSa has been showing strong play, and I don't know if TLO can make this. How are you? You were, of course, being a Zerg player, rooting for TLO, right?
Mm-hmm. Although I voted for MaSa on StarSense. Because I felt like he was the underdog. I felt like no one would vote for him. So I voted for him. But secretly, I feel like TLO would win 4-3. So he has to win the next 3 games for my prediction to be true. I think in this time, my prediction's not going to be it. But hey, at least I get StarSense points, right?
Yep. But they're not as good as my imaginary internet points, which I seem to be losing, but we're not there yet. TLO is a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he needed to warm up. Maybe MaSa needs to cool down. He is in Canada, of course. It's summer, but let's go with the stereotype here. Then again, unless I'm very much mistaken, MaSa, based on geographic location of most Canadians, is going to be further south than both myself and TLO, as Hamburg and Berlin is about.
You geography nerd, hush. What?
Besides,
how do you know this?
Because I lived both in Edmonton and in Hamburg, and it happens to be the same height. I also used to live in Seoul, which is way further south. It's very nice and toasty. Actually, it's very hot and fucking humid right now. I wouldn't recommend. If you're going to go to Korea for professional events, great. Go to the GSL, go to the Pro League, go to the SSL.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely worth it. Dude, don't do it in July and August.
All right. So March, we do have the results from the raffle in. First winner, we're going to announce the winner of the Zerg coaching. That was Rage McFly. Let me make sure that name's right. Yes, Rage McFly will be getting an hour of coaching with Polygon Gaming's very own Grandmaster Zerg player, Risk.
That is certainly a name.
Yes, that is awesome. Now, waiting on the results for the Terran and the Protoss. And as soon as I get those, but in the meantime, the winner of the Hydralisk bottle cap figurine, because he is the only person who voted for it, is Polygon SE2. I actually wanted to start a snowball, so I voted for it with all the Polygon points I had on Polygon, which happened to be the only votes cast. So I went to refund them, realized I was the only votes. So what we're gonna do is we'll use that prize next time. We'll just recycle it through. Very unfortunate because no one else actually put in points for that. So it looks like you guys were mostly interested in that Zerg coaching. Disrespect, can you let us know about Protoss and Terran as soon as possible, please?
Well, that certainly is. So now next time, this bottle cap is still going to be there. And next time, I'm still not going to be able to win it because A, I'm part of the organization, and B, it's US only.
Indeed. Maybe we just have a lot of Europeans here. I'm not sure.
It's entirely possible.
It is very possible. But anyways, kind of crazy. Anyways, looks like no ballots have been cast. So looks like all the winners have won. Let us know what you
seeing
think
in
of these
chat a Game of
prizes.
Thrones one.
Maybe you guys are saving your Polygon points for what you think would be a better prize. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys would like to see as a prize next time, because I will take those out of the chat and use them. But in the meantime, we're going to be hopping into this very next game because I know nobody likes to wait to see awesome StarCraft. There's 110 of you guys, so if I make one of you wait, if I make every one of you wait for a minute, I've wasted 2 hours of your life. I am so sorry. Let's get it on.
All right, let's see. Is everyone ready? We got TLO who's ready. And we have, this is the part where I say MaSa is ready. MaSa is ready. MaSa may not be ready. Oh dear. This is the problem when you try to insert non-game related things to the actual show matches. People drift off, which is unfortunately true for viewers and the players alike. No, we've got a MaSa in chat. He's ready to go. Right. Excellent.
Yeah, we'll be hopping right into this, man. It's going to be Frost Ladder Edition. This is 2 of the Christmas-themed maps, as we've taken to calling them. So, what are your thoughts on this particular map for this particular matchup?
Oh, well, this is going to depend entirely on the spawning positions. Frost's big map, 4-player map, for those of you that are not familiar with it, or if you're in any way like me, it's just like, wait, we already did the other winter one, right? That's the one with close spawn.
Yeah,
so
Frozen.
This is the one for, yeah, okay, right, got it. So anyway, this is the big one because I mixed these up, and I'm sure you do as well. And the amount of aggression you can put on as both Zerg and Terran, for that matter, depends very much on how close your opponent is. If you're across the position, just everything hits later. For instance, we've been talking about that 2-1-1 push. That just hits another 10 seconds later. It's just incredible. Anyway, let's get into it. It's 3-1, so this is game number 5.
Game number 5. Okay, I like that math. 3-1, so this is game number 5. Wait,
Yes.
no, that's right.
That
Actually,
works.
okay, apparently my math skills are impaired, guys. Let's just blame the shirt. So, 2-1-1, I think, is probably the most likely build here. MaSa didn't do it one game so far, so I think that's going to be the one in the series he doesn't utilize that build. Now, at this point, checking Star Sense, we have, I'm pulling it up. Looks like about 59% of you think MaSa still is going to take this. 41% still voting for TLO. I like those odds, guys. Please check us out on MaSa Reno. Link is in the chat. You can use the coupon code SHOWMETHEMONEY or STEMPACK, or both, honestly, to give us $1 on your behalf from MaSa Reno. You can also donate your own money if you happen to have some lying around and want to give it to these players. We are also doing a Reddit AMA thread that you guys can take part of if we reach $200 in donations.
All right, well, everybody is getting ready, and this is a big map. Let's introduce that guy in the red. Bottom left, bottom right. God damn it.
That looks
Oh, man, and I give my wife so much shit whenever she does this wrong.
bottom right
in
in the red trunks.
The red
It
trunks.
is MaSa.
Okay, and at the top, also right. Yes, nailed it. It's the guy who's now 3-2-1. It's the guy whose own beard has a fan club. It's Liquid TLO.
Indeed. And we've got a Reaper poking around just a little bit in the Zerg base, doing a little bit of dancing tango with these Lings on the creep. As soon as he's off the creep, the Lings are like, hey, I'm not comfortable here, man. This place makes me creeped out a little bit. I don't like the vibe. And anyways, 2 Lings have died, but so did the Reaper. And that's a huge pickup for TLO, Marsh.
That is worth every cent. Ideally, you lose even less Zerglings than that, but 2 Zergling is a price that any Zerg would be willing to pay for that exchange. That also leaves it leaves him completely at ease to complete his build. Doesn't have to worry about getting scouted. If he does want to do anything fancy, this is TLO after all, and it just gives him that little peace of mind that nothing's going to, when he's not looking, take out 2 drones and get the fuck away again.
Exactly, dude. And Honestly, that's the only map control that Terran has until Hellions get on the map. We haven't really seen Hellions. We see the 3-minute stim pack. We know that what this build is, it doesn't have Hellions. So map control is going to be really shaky for MaSa, and he wants it to be strong because Overlords can scout this drop, and we've seen TLO hold this drop pretty successfully.
Yeah, and we see him moving his Zerglings into position right now. It's still going to be possible for MaSa to slip in between this one Overlord and these two Zerglings, but he's going to have to do that blind and based on pure luck. So I'm giving TLO a very good shot at seeing the exact point of the push out. He doesn't know exactly what is coming. He can have a guess, and he'd be guessing right, I'm assuming. And so when 4 minutes, say 50, comes around, he will be looking at his scouting, and he should be seeing 2 medevacs fly by.
Dude, that game clock is really, really valuable. I know a lot of lower level players don't really pay it that much attention, but just knowing what times your opponent is strong and what times you're weak can really go towards helping you get up a league, maybe even 2.
Yeah, this build, we've talked a lot about it. It's a very popular build as this gets scouted at 450. It's, you know, it's so strong. You know that this is the time it moves out. You can prepare to stop droning. You can get your armies building up, and yeah, look at this. There is nothing that MaSa can do. He gets pushed out all the way back, even further away than the start of his creep. This is a great start for TLO to this attack.
And MaSa just choosing to get a positional advantage here, taking away the creep tumors. This is actually a really big pickup. The creep tumors are huge. We've talked about it. It's a major defensive advantage. And since MaSa is playing such an offensive style, this is essentially the same thing as killing units.
Yeah, very much I agree, as he does lose an Overlord right there. Doesn't supply block TLO, but it does, of course, put him into position to get that later on. And it's, of course, one larva. Oh, look at that, we've got an action right there. And, oh, it's
good. Widow Mine hits there, taking out a lot of the Ling Bling. Still got a huge clump of the Marines here, and this is all about this positional advantage. It's all about the creep spread, and as it's slowly receding, these queens have to drop more of these creep tumors. He's spreading this very, very quickly, but the Widow Mine's going to put a damper in this parade until an Overseer comes out to deal with it.
And I understand why I've seen it. I know the timing doesn't work, but it's just, I wish Zerg was able to do something more effective against these medevacs than queens. It would just help so much, but you can't. If you get Mutalisk, you will die. If you try to get Hydralisk, no way. There's just nothing that can really take these out.
No, and picking up these Marines, saving them very, very well. Again, these medevacs are never going to run out of energy, and he can stem to his heart's content. There's so much medevac production, and that's really the crux of this strategy.
Yeah, we have a second Widow Mine in place there that did, again, score a very nice hit.
And nice engagement here at the Zanaga Tower. Good Baneling hits. Actually takes out a lot of the Marines. Only about 9-10 Marines left there. And the Queen's going to town on this medevac. Not going to get the kill, but definitely bruising it quite a bit.
Also goes to show you don't want to be a Marine in MaSa's army, because as he was safely flying above those Banelings, he said, you know, you, Marine, I don't like you. Go down.
Yeah. Exactly,
and that's one Marine for a Baneling, which as a commander is a trade you're willing to take. But if you're signed up to this army, you might want to think about mutiny.
Nice spine crawler defense here, going to force the pickup. Queen's getting a couple of free shots off there. But yeah, what you're saying actually reminds me of a meme I saw. It had an SCV trying to get recruited by a Marine sergeant, and the SCV points at the SCV worker recruitment program and says, "No, that's the life for me. It's much safer." And then there's like a Mutalisk with like the douchebag hat in the background.
Really, a Mutalisk, not an Oracle?
Yeah,
no, that's not relevant in this matchup, but damn, those guys take out a mineral line fast.
Yeah, Liberators do too, man. Alright, so a little bit of poking around. Widow Mine going to get a good shot, but the Overseer's allowing the Ravagers to go ahead and target that down. Ravagers actually surprisingly strong against Widow Mines, as players are starting to figure out.
And the anti-air that the TLO chooses for once again is to get those infestors and gut those ravagers for that bile shot after you fungal them in place. Yeah,
Nice little lead here with the Lings taking out the supply depots. He's waiting for the Marines to get out of position and then just swings right in here. The medevac's not quite in a position to pick them up because the Marines got a little bit too far forward. The Banelings trying to roll in there, but really bursting down on the supply depots to both supply block the Terran and get a beeline straight to the workers with the remaining Banelings. That was a great tactic, but MaSa pulled off just in the nick of time.
Move in on the other side as well, but can't get a greater position, and the drop close to the third base does get a shoot back once again. And is he going to get that medevac? Bloody hell.
Oh, so close, man. But MaSa doing a great job keeping his Marine forces split between the two medevacs. So even if he manages to lose one, he's not going to lose everything. Now, great Marines coming up here. Going to pick up. Great job there. Infestors going to be on the field sooner rather than later. So these kind of drops where he's barely getting away, going to become less and less effective as they build up energy.
I like the amount of static D that TLO is working into as he denies the Zelmaga Tower of MaSa right there. We didn't see him use quite as much on previous ones, but this is a big map. There's a lot of different attack paths in a very different way than Apotheosis. This is just a big open map. And you can't be everywhere at once, not even as a Zerg player as good as TLO. Sometimes you want some Zerglings ready to defend, yes, but they may just be at the wrong base. That third base and that fourth base are quite far from each other. So yeah, I like the choice of using static D right there.
Now, in the last game, we saw that TLO was ahead on upgrades. In fact, they're starting 3-3 at roughly the same time, slightest of advantages towards MaSa. I wonder how this is going to affect how the rest of this game pans out, if TLO will be able to secure an advantage with equal upgrades as opposed to being slightly ahead.
I think that will mostly be down to the choice of what is going to come out of that starport right now.
Dude, he's trying to get these tanks in position to shell this far base, and it is going to be just enough to take out this Spore Crawler. If he manages to take out the Spore Crawler, he'll be able to move in just a little bit closer, leapfrogging these tanks. But Ravager's swinging in here, going to try and hit a lot of these clumped up. Oh, yeah, getting one of those tanks. Great job there, had it bungled.
This allows MaSa to come in as well. If he takes out that Spore Crawler, come in with a medevac full of Marines, drop them right there, and there should be just fine and dandy against these mostly melee units.
Oh, Banelings rolling, taking a lot of that bio ball. The Ravagers actually taking a lot of shots straight to the face. Not the best corrosive balls there, and looks like this is going to kind of neutralize a lot of MaSa's push. He's going to put himself over in this little corner where, you know, he should have been safe for Banelings, but the Infestors doing a great job with the Fungals. However, this drop in the top left-hand corner, going ahead and canceling that base, and we've still got this engagement still going alive on the right-hand side. The tanks doing a lot of damage both to the Zerg as well as to the Bio Ball, but the Marauders coming in here going to be doing a lot to these Ultras, trying to kite them back into the tank field. What I want to see MaSa doing, though, is leapfrogging these tanks a little bit farther forward. He is leaving them behind, and he's almost too far forward. Great fungal growth there on those medevacs. Medevacs being a crux of this Terran army.
Yeah, we've got very slowly. MaSa keeping a very good position, making sure that TLO really can't engage, as he now does, though, as the Zerg swarms coming in.
Indeed, man, and looks like these tanks are doing a great job taking advantage, making sure that the army is not really attacking so much as just chasing, and looks like the Marauders doing a really strong job against the Ultralisk tanks. Unsiege doing an amazing job as well, and a little bit of a multi-pronged attack here in the middle of TLO's base, and that's going to be a lot of his overlords falling, but MaSa's not really paying attention to that army. The Ravagers or Roaches rather, were doing a great job there. However, Queens are off creep, and that is going to be the death of those Queens. Very bloody, gory death there. MaSa ahead about 44 supply. This is a huge moment right now for him, and it looks like there's a little bit of lag here from our admin. Psycho, if you want to go and hop out.
Guys, just fine.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Not really sure what happened with him.
Well, this gives me a good time to discuss what's currently going on in the game because there are two interesting tech choices going on. First was a little bit of bailing action earlier by TLO, which is not usually how Zergs deal with Terran. But on the other hand, MaSa is doing is building tanks rather than liberators. So both players mixing it up a little bit. And right now, well, with 96 army supply to 52, I'd say MaSa is in a fantastic position. Moving up to that third or fourth base, I think he took this one as third. No, he took it as fourth, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have that fifth base to evacuate those drones to. MaSa, or at least TLO, tried to take a base further in the top left of the screen. But MaSa was right there with a drop, probably expecting just to go into the third. But spotting that, and thinking like, yep, that's good. Go on. I'll take that right here as we are about to have. Oh, shit. We're going to try and pause this as this works, by the way, which.
Yeah,
no,
here we
I
go.
don't have that
Right
power.
back to the game.
Let's
Looks
go.
like this attack moving forward, and huge fumble growth there, and it looks like the team's getting some great shots off. Oh my God, there's so much Zerg stuff dying though, man.
Man, that was a great engagement. But as soon as he pushed MaSa back far enough to get back into that tank line, there was just nothing that he could really do. He just moved in with all his units and they died. And I don't know, I'm sure there's math for this, how many tank shots this does take. But tanks came down in furious righteous anger. I don't know. I can't do Samuel L. Jackson as this is getting cleaned up.
Yeah, man, MaSa really running low here on minerals. TLO with a little bit of a bank, but still down about 20 supply. And he's got the supply-heavy Ravagers and Ultralists. He doesn't want to tap out yet, though. I can't blame him. This would be game the whole series for MaSa if TLO gives up. But honestly, there's 30-40 supply lead here for MaSa, man. MaSa hitting from so many angles with such good macro that it doesn't matter how many units he's bleeding.
No, he's got the pressure on TLO's economy. That first base is mined out. That second base is already down a couple of mineral patches. He's in trouble. He needs to fend this off, expand, or kill MaSa right now. Otherwise, he's in for a world of hurt, even worse than he is right now. And that tank position he's got, that's fine. That's a great position.
Yeah, man.
TLO's forming in for a counterattack, but while he does that, I think he's going to lose that base right there.
Yeah, and good fungal growth, but still going to get picked up. The Infestor's not quite there to follow up. And there it goes. There's the GG. MaSa taking this series 4-1. Those of you who voted on StarSense, let's see what percentage. 58% of you were correct, voting with me for. Guys, you chose the right team. Go Canada.
Go Canada? Aren't you from the other one?
Yeah, I'm, dude, North American Union. Screw you.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough. We've got the European Union. You can have your North American Union. Are you sure you may not want to consider taking those, Mexicans with that?
No,
or is that a sensitive issue
great.
right now? Okay, I thought that's just the one guy with the weird hair.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the hair, people. Don't trust people with hair.
Yeah, you, Baldy. Yeah, actually... Yeah, so guys, I'm just double checking the raffles. It looks like we have no more purchases for those raffle tickets, so this will pretty much conclude the event. Let's see how much you guys ended up collecting. $104. So it looks like we won't be doing the Reddit AMA thread, but you know what, I'll talk to MaSa, see if he still wants to do it anyway. It's good promotion either way. So if we can do that, I will have the Reddit AMA thread up tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Let us know what you guys thought of the cast, of the prizes, of every aspect of this.
Yep.
I am at The Only Shaft. That's the best way to contact me and let me know. You can also contact us at Polygon SC2. Give this channel a follow. as you'll always stay in touch with our events. We've got some pretty major stuff coming up in the next week or two. We will be doing a stream with Improvido, who is celebrating a moment of glory in his SC2 career, and we want to help make that a reality. So we're hosting a tournament there for him. If you guys want to be part of that, please stay in touch with us on Twitter. Marsh, where can they stay in touch with you, man?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Marsh. You can find me at Twitch / that one, Marsh, or on YouTube on Marsh Gaming. If you want, you can check into my latest Twitter conversation where me and TLO cuss and bitch about German customer support.
Sweet. That sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, it's great. German customer service, very good. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to the Polygon Invitation Lund. For as Chef said, please, if you have any comments or feedback, let me know. This is my first time on the big stage. Of course, I have my own little channel, but this is a bit where actual money is involved. So yeah, if I can do anything better, let me know. Other than that, if you enjoyed it, let us know as well. Upvote that shit on Reddit. Let us know on Twitter, social media, and whatever other things you young kids do these days. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time.
Guys, remember to join us on hashtag SC2Lives. That is where we pretty much talk about how awesome a game StarCraft is. I know a lot of you hate the StarCraft is dead meme. So do I. So we want to show everyone else that StarCraft lives. Join us there. We will see you next time that you join us here at Polygon Gaming. Bye-bye.
Everybody's looking for a win. Oh, ain't that the reason that you're playing? Oh, you ain't gonna find a player like that. No, I got a better solution for you, dude. Oh, just cheese with me now. Join the game and we'll go. I'll be your teacher. I'll show you the ropes. You'll see a side of cheese you've never known. I can see a six pulling, two racing. I'm BattleNet. I see you cannon rushing. I'm BattleNet. I see noobs that we're crushing. I'm BattleNet. We're invincible. I'm BattleNet. I'm BattleNet. We're crushing. I'm BattleNet. I'm BattleNet. Yeah. Some noobs learn all the wrong ways to play. Ay. When they got a GG, there's nothing but shame. Ay. Instead of talking, let me demonstrate. Yeah. Get down to cheesing and let's 2K. Ay. Just cheese with me now. Join the game and we'll go. I'll be your teacher. I'll show you the ropes. You'll see a side of cheese you've never known. I can see a six pulling, two racing.